Right, we are live. Welcome to another episode of Bottom of the Bin. I am your host, as always. Well, one of your hosts. Joined, as always, by my brother in Tism.
I'm back, bitches.
And today's movie is, as I'm sure you can tell by the title, is Zombies 2. The sequel that's actually a prequel to the first Zombies, which we covered a while back.
Like 2 or 3 months ago. Full disclosure on the thumbnail, I tried to get our counterparts from the Zombies 1 thumbnail into a scene from Zombies 2 with animated versions of at least 3 of the main characters. But the first one, they put the guy poacher in the driver's side, and me in the passenger side, and we both had steering wheels. When there was supposed to be the main 3 front, and me and Chris in the back holding Remington 870s. Then I tried to regenerate it again, but somewhere along the way, it goofed up and turned Chris into Link.
Don't you just love AI's inability to follow basic instructions?
Also, I'm sorry, I cannot get over the fact that the guy poacher, the guy poacher, like, actually we'll get to him later, but the one with the tattoos, whatever the fuck his name was,
I think
he looks like a sex offender from Decatur, Illinois.
All right then. So yeah, as Kason has brought up, so this movie, even though it's supposed to be a prequel, is set to the first Zombies, which was set in the American Southwest. This is set at an animal refuge center in Africa. It's almost like a safari type joint. Even though I'm assuming this movie was also shot in Arizona, and what do you bet they probably just reused the same set they used for Zombies 1, but just redressed it to look like a slightly different facility.
Yeah.
Considering the budget for this movie was only $100,000, it wouldn't shock me at all. I mean, it is the Asylum.
The king of straight-to-DVD ripoffs.
Yeah. Ooh.
Like, bruh.
However, this time, so I only watched the first Zombies one time, and that was when we did our review, so I'm not totally 100%. My memory on what caused the outbreak in the first movie is extremely fuzzy. In this one, it's a man-made toxin created by a Harvard chemistry or a Princeton chemistry student who breaks into this animal refuge center with a team of poachers. One of whom, for whatever reason, has the name of Toronto and looks like a Temu version of Frank Grillo. Please tell me, Casey. Please tell me, Casey, that I'm not the only one who caught that.
I'm just going to repeat what you said earlier when I said he looks like a sex offender. All right, then.
Oh.
Like, he looks like that. He looks like one of those alpha males who tries to act all bad because they get all the girls, but they're on a sex offender registry.
Oh, you mean like one of those off-brand, like...
Ben, like, he looks like I mean, he's obviously not like that, but he reminded me of Ben Azuli.
Yeah, except I don't think what's the actor's name? Jared Massey or Jared Mass. I'm pretty sure he has not had facial work done.
Well, facial work is a taxpayer dollars.
So yeah, in this
Then
movie,
again, so is any body modification.
So yeah, in this movie, the whatever that turns the zoo animals into zombies is a man-made toxin, and these poachers break into this facility to, hey Rob, yeah, I saw that that Don Lemon got arrested. Oh, well, at least he won't have to go far to get his pooper pounded. I mean, he's in
Jesus.
he's in jail. That's probably heaven for him. But
Don't drop the soap.
or do. He probably will multiple times.
Speaking of which, I'm not one to thoughts on anyone, but if a predator goes to prison, if a known predator goes to prison, is it bad that I wish they would drop the soap?
I mean,
like someone who hurt a kid goes to prison, is it bad that I hope they drop the soap?
I mean, they get substantially worse treatment than that. But getting back to Zombies 2.
Yeah. They infiltrate. Should we dive into the plot, or did we already do that already?
We're in the process of that.
Yeah. So basically, the poachers. How do I put this without sounding cliche? They infiltrate the joint and they start trying to collect up animals.
Yeah,
one guy manages to get fucked up by meerkats.
Well, yeah, because that one. They for whatever reason they're like, hey, we've got this toxin and we don't know what it does to animals. Oh, I know. Let's shoot the fucking meerkat with it. Yeah, that's a bright idea.
Yeah, let's also not forget about the porcupine, the poor sweet porcupine.
Yeah, a porcupine gets loaded with it, and those the meerkat mainly, because the porcupine ends up in a kennel. We'll get to that. Yes, Rob, okay, Rob, I love dark humor, but my God, brother.
What'd he say?
Said, did you know Alex Pretty said, I want to play Blood for Blood, and Ice Officer said, I'll be your Huckleberry.
Jesus Christ, Rob.
Why, Bobby Ringo, you look like somebody just walked over your grave. Right now, I just want to rewatch Tombstone.
Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Whew. I was still surprised. I gotta say, I was still surprised to see him in Top Gun 2, but moving on.
Yeah. But, it takes all of about... Oh, my favorite thing about the poachers breaking into this joint, one of them, for whatever reason, is videotaping it. She has a camcorder out, and she's recording them trying to steal trying to steal these wildlife animals. Like, you don't think this is going to be used against you at any point. Then again, this movie was made in 2019, and retards regularly livestream themselves doing fuck shit all the time in 2026. Unfortunately.
It's like, who the fuck are you, vegan booty? You know, the vegan teacher's the vegan teacher's quote unquote daughter who filmed herself stealing a sheep and tried to justify it. Right, I'm rescuing it. No, you're stealing it, you dumb bitch.
Oh my lord. I actually didn't know about that.
Supposedly she's banned apparently she's the reason this restaurant banned vegans. And I gotta tell you, it's always women like that. It reminds me of a few women back home who, and I did not mean to do that. But she reminds me of a woman back home I knew she was in a relationship with the same guy for 5 years. But she was too stupid to realize that he was a creep, and she had a daughter from a previous relationship. It's always dumbasses like that trying to justify the dumbest shit. I know, that got dark very fast, did it not?
Anyways.
But Chris is also from Mill, so he knows there's a bunch of idiots out there. Now, anyway, back to the movie. But
they get caught. Like two of them get caught in a span of about 5 minutes by the park rangers, by the game warden.
Don't some of them get caught? Don't some of them end up getting mauled by fucking like the animals? And then there's that one crazy looking one tries to say, "Get help!"
There's like 5 of them. One of them gets mauled by the zombified meerkat. Another one gets 3 of his fingers chewed off. And then somehow this shit spreads to the rhinos, and one of them gets gored by the rhino.
Isn't the one with the finger problem the one that gets gored by the rhino?
Yes.
I thought so. Because I meant to watch this today, but I watched it 2 days ago, so it's still actually fresh in my mind.
Do we even... Gore, 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 that's right, Rob. Even for a TV-14 movie from the Asylum.
Which I'm pretty sure premiered on the Sci-Fi Channel when it first came out.
Yeah, just like the first one did.
Yeah, the Sci-Fi Channel they always premiere, like, I remember back in the day when I used to watch Asylum films, and for the first time, it was always on the Sci-Fi Network, but they would always say a sci-fi original movie. And it's like, no, it's the Asylum, but okay. But I guess it premieres on the Asylum. I guess it premieres on Sci-Fi before getting a DVD release. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, because they're made for TV movies, is what they are.
Yeah, and the Asylum is known for titling it just similarly enough to what they're ripping off, so when the DVDs come out, they hope that you'll buy theirs instead of the thing you're trying to buy.
Or it'll release, like, while the movie they're ripping off is still in theaters. See also I'm pretty sure that happened with Transmorphers. I'm pretty sure that...
Transmorphers, the Terminators, most recently Predator Wastelands.
Oh, they did one on Predator?
Yeah, I saw a trailer and it's ass.
I think when the Pet Cemetery remake came out, they did one called Pet Graveyard, and it was a ripoff of Flatliners for some reason.
I have no worries.
I know when Expendables 3 came out, they put one out called Mercenaries, which was, hey, let's do Expendables. Let's do Expendables, but we'll make it all chicks, and we'll make it, like, not fun at all. Even though we've got a who's who of...
Wait. Hang on a minute. That was with the first one? That was with the third one, not the first one?
Yeah.
Wasn't the third one rated PG-13?
Yes.
Not something I was a fan of, but what are you going to do? I mean, I didn't mind Expendables 3, but I still like the first two better than the third and fourth. Didn't you mention you didn't like the fourth?
I don't mind the third one. Like, even though the PG-13 rating was a very baffling decision, I did like Wesley Snipes and Antonio Banderas' characters. I loved the inclusion of Mel Gibson and Harrison Ford.
It's funny you should mention Wesley Snipes, because a few days ago, me and my dad were watching Blade.
Oof.
You know, that's... I think it was the first, can't remember if it was the first or second one, but it's a scene where the guy goes into the club thinking he's going to have a good time, but then the blood sprinklers come on, and he starts panicking.
That's the first one.
Okay, I thought so, because later I go to my dad's room to say goodnight, and he has the second one on there.
Yeah,
I think they're both on Prime. The first two are on Prime, and we don't have the first one on DVD, but I think we have the second and third one on DVD, but we don't talk about Blade Trinity. Not even Ryan Reynolds could save it. But, only brought that up because you said Wesley Snipes, but anyway, should we get back to Zoombies?
Yes. Unsurprisingly, shit goes sideways, and every animal in the refuge now turns into a crazy killer zombie. But
and while this is happening, there's a young vet tech who's the girlfriend of the British guy, I guess.
Is he British? I thought he was supposed to be Australian.
I really can't tell. I really suck with accents, so you'd be the judge.
He is Australian.
Okay, I'm a dick.
Damn, I was like, that is definitely an Australian accent. I was like, I hope that's his natural voice and he's not just trying to put one on. It is. It's his natural voice. Jonathan Buckley is that actor's name. His character's name is Randy.
Which is the most American name ever. But you remember before we started the call, you said you hated there being a kid character in the first one?
Yeah,
you hated them forcing in shit to make you feel like you have to care.
Yeah, I hate when movies do that so much. Because it's so... it's always so
We'll get to it later. We'll get to it later, but say at the end of the film there's a revelation that they try to pull that same shit.
Yeah, a plot point that had no business being in there.
Especially since one of them is already attacked by the infected animals.
Yeah, but apparently whatever it is, whatever the fucking toxin is that turns them into zombies, doesn't affect humans. It only affects animals. For some reason. And the whole means of treating it is by taking the original toxin and reverse engineering it into a treatment that you have to inject into yourself because when it synthesizes with your blood, your normal blood, and it has to be natural human blood, it can't be in a syringe or a tranquilizer dart, which that's definitely a needless convolution if I've ever fucking heard one.
Yeah.
Somehow that plus question mark equals curing the zombie animals.
Yep. Makes no goddamn sense. And it comes from one of the fucking poachers.
Yeah. The former Princeton student who made the toxin in the first place, her character's name is Giselle. For some reason. I don't know why.
I'm reminded of the character from Open Season.
I never watched Open Season.
Not missing much. But, anyway, they're caught. The two girls are locked in the wall, though. One guy is still... Well, the one guy, whatever his name is, I keep forgetting, is on the run. He shows up while this is happening, they're doing work on the porcupine that was shot, and trying to figure out, what's going on here? Can we do something about this? Meanwhile, crazy guy shows up covered in blood, starts banging on the window for help. And of course, they treat him like he's some sort of crazy person, even though he's trying to insist by the animals. But it doesn't really help us. Didn't really work in his favor when they asked what animals. It said the meerkats.
I really don't like when a character is trying frantically to explain something and they're just unable to get the actual words out, and it's always such a plot contrivance for me. It's like, I get that you're in a panic and you're not really able to communicate, but at least do better. Do better writing, because at this point it's become just a bad trope. It's as stupid as a kid character trying to explain something horrific happening and the parents just immediately dismiss them. It's like, will you fuck off back to the writer's room?
Well, it kind of makes sense if the kid character has a history of lying, kind of like a boy who cried wolf type deal.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10 I see it in a movie, it's not the case. It's just the parents being dismissive dickheads. Oh, and by the way, Rob, that was not Haley Joel Osment that's in Mercury Rising. That kid's name is Miko Hughes.
Wait, who?
Rob had a comment about the only kid character in a movie that really worked, in an action movie that worked, was Newt in Aliens, and he said Haley Joel Osment in the movie Mercury Rising, but that's not Haley Joel Osment, it's Miko Hughes, who, I don't know if you've seen Mercury Rising, but that's a movie where a kid who is an autistic savant manages to crack a code that's hidden in a puzzle, something along. I think it was a crossword puzzle, and it turns out to be a CIA cipher code. And Alec Baldwin's character decides that this kid is a national security risk and tries to have him assassinated. So Bruce Willis has to protect him, but This is a sub 10-year-old kid who has autism and who is an autistic savant.
Why does that sound familiar? That sounds like part of the plot of The Predator.
Yeah, except Alec Baldwin's not trying to weaponize autism.
Title drop.
I was not a fan of. I love Bruce Willis, and I dig Alec Baldwin as an actor, not so much as a person.
Wait, which movie are we talking about? You try to have the kid assassinated?
It was an action movie from the late 90s called Mercury Rising.
Maybe I've seen it. I have no idea. But to bring back an old joke that you told me a few years ago, Paul W.S. Anderson is the Resident Evil, what Alec Baldwin is the gun safety. You were not sorry, and neither am I.
I still am not sorry. But anyways,
I stand behind Alec Baldwin. I'm sure as hell not standing in front of him.
Just make sure he's not carrying a rocket launcher if you're standing behind him, because that backblast. Anyways.
Yeah, did Rust even come out?
It did, eventually. I don't know if anybody ever saw it, but it did.
Yeah, I didn't watch it for obvious reasons.
I haven't seen it. Anyways. So you've got like 3 plots going on. You've got like three different things going on at once initially. You've got your head vet, Brooke, who's got to examine this porcupine with her colleague Logan.
It looks like who ironically looks like a Disney Channel actor from the early 2000s.
He does kind of have that Disney Channel. Caleb Thomas is that actor's name.
Ironically, the actor I thought he looked like is also named Logan Miller. You probably never heard of him, but anyways, they're looking over Porcupine, and at any point did it not realize that, hey, the eyes are milky white and glazed over. You don't think that's a fucking red flag?
Yeah, no, because they're treating it like it's a case of rabies or something.
Oh, by the end of it all, they're gonna wish it was rabies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure rabies don't allow a porcupine to chew its way through two kennels. Because it chews through its own kennel. It's like a mother porcupine, and it chews open its kennel. Then it chews open its offspring's kennel and infects its offspring. So you've got two zombie porcupines who can launch fatal quills. Guess how Logan goes out.
Dude, later in the film when the girl gets the fucking quills through her hand and shoulder, despite being terrible effects, when she pulled them out, I still felt my butt cheeks clench.
I want to know how they learned how that one that was through her hand was. It looked like there was so much. It looked like there was so much blood covering it, but it didn't. You never saw the other side of her hand, so it's like, did it even go through?
I just got nothing.
Oh, and the offspring porcupine, which kills the chick with the camera, but not by shooting its quills at her, but by ripping off her face.
Like with the monkey with the one tech at the beginning of the first Zoomies.
Right.
Wait, that wasn't exactly a face mauling. That was just ripping her eyes out, but still.
Yeah, like the whole goddamn face.
Hold up, if a person gets their eyes ripped out by a monkey, do they die instantly, or do they just feel a lot of agony?
Extreme agony.
So they don't die instantly losing their eyes. Got it.
Yeah. But again, in this movie, Homegirl gets her fucking face ripped off.
In the face! In the face!
And I guess the vet tech begrudgingly helps the other one, lets her out.
So Brooke, it's in like two pieces of dialogue that apparently she passionately despises poachers. Who can fucking blame her? But it's just her and Giselle at the main lab who have each other to trust from this for absolute shit show.
Very shaky trust.
Yeah, which forms like almost instantaneously. Like there's no, I get it's an 84-minute movie and you've got to build relationships quick, but it happens like,
holy shit.
It takes like 2 seconds or like 2 scenes and suddenly they're finishing each other's sentences. It's really, like I said, I get it. I get it's an 84-minute movie, but still.
It's like the writers wrote it like they're actually twins. One's a poacher, one is a vet.
Yeah,
but then they couldn't get a set of twins, so they just changed it around.
Right. So
I know it's a stupid assumption, but it's all I got.
So you've got that going on. You've got Randy taking off-brand Frank Grillo Toronto out to the meerkat enclosure where be like, okay, can you identify the animal that attacked you? And while they're out there, they come across infected animals. One of Randy's rangers gets killed by a... I forget what that animal was. I don't remember if it was an aardvark or it wasn't an armadillo. I don't know what the fuck it was.
I'm trying to remember.
I was too busy trying not to laugh from the goofy ass effects, which I get it's an asylum movie. The CGI is going to be like, it's going to make a reboot look like Tintin, but still.
Or make it look like they're trying to make a PS1 movie in real life.
At least the cutscenes of a PS1 movie, of a PS1 game.
Yeah. Oh, while I'm thinking about it real quick. So you know how this is kind of relevant, kind of not. Actually, no. I'll just tell you. I'll just tell you after the stream ends.
Okay.
But it's kind of related to what we've been talking about gameplay-wise. But anyway, where were we? Something about an aardvark?
It's like Randy and his Rangers and off-brand Frank Grillo. They've got that to deal with. Apparently his Randy's two other Rangers are brothers, so they have that my brother, that really ham-fistedly emotional brother, like it's a fucking anime or whatever.
Are you talking about when they find the body of one of the poachers being feasted on by one of the meerkats?
No, I'm talking about when the guy gets killed by that fucking whatever. That the one ranger that gets killed by that, I can't remember if it's an aardvark or not.
Yeah. That was fucking... I've seen better acting out of him, I'm gonna say.
So... You've got
and that should say a lot. That should say a lot.
And then you've got two of Brooks' other guys, KD and what was the other guy? Isaiah. No, wait. What was the other Ranger's name?
I could have sworn it was Isaiah.
Mustache Rides.
That's the name.
KD and Mustache Rides. They're releasing a baby hippo back into the wild. Mustache in the funniest display of way to be there for your friends. Randy rolls up to them in his Jeep while they're caught in the middle of a hippo stampede. Where and this is after the Aardvark incident, so it's just Randy, Toronto, and other Ranger in the Jeep. And the Jeep's Katie gets inside. Isaiah's holding onto the back. And the Jeep stalls, so they have that big, that faux tense moment of getting the Jeep restarted. Randy hits the gas, and I guess Isaiah just was not holding on well enough because he drops off the back of the Jeep fucking instantly.
And gets his head, doesn't he get like trampled immediately?
Yeah, like within 2 seconds of falling off the Jeep, he gets trampled, and his his head and upper torso just gets scattered, just get pounded into the fucking sand. It was one of the most cartoonish, like, it's so cartoon, like, it was so cartoonish, I actually started laughing. And I'm like, I should be laughing because the man just got trampled to death, but it just looked so stupid. The only effect that I've ever seen that was even dumber than that was the end of Final Destination Bloodlines.
Dude, the fucking train. Dude. When that happened, in both instances when the impact happened, I heard cartoonish impact sounds.
Yeah, the really goofy squishing, which just that's just off, dude.
Followed by a Tom scream.
I'm surprised there weren't any Wilhelm screams in this movie.
Right? That did not cross my mind somehow.
You would think there would be a Wilhelm scream or two.
Nope, they hate us.
Am I the only one who just could not wait for Katie to die because of course he's the black guy, so they have to make him they have to try to make him the comic relief by making him as animated as humanly possible. Just in his mannerisms and the way he's he's really hyperactive and
isn't there that offensive stereotype where supposedly the black guy always dies in a horror movie?
Usually the black guy is the first one to get killed, and it's usually that's kind of the main rule in horror movies, and especially slasher movies.
And how did he die again?
So get this, he is. So they come across these kayaks. So after all this shit goes down, we have this goofy ass chase scene where it's Toronto and other rangers shooting at the hippos. Because that would fucking work.
Yeah, aren't hippos like not bulletproof, but it's hard to shoot them?
I think they have relatively tough skin.
I was about to say, because a lot of animals like that have no fur, they have very thick hides. I mean, look at rhinos.
Yeah.
Because, well, we already dealt with a rhino film.
Yeah, we already had one rhino. Jeep crashes.
That's the first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So the Jeep crashes. Other Rangers dead. So it's just Randy Toronto and comic relief black guy. I'm just gonna start calling him Token.
Jesus Christ.
Well, isn't that a South Park character?
Yeah, but you're more South Park than I am, so.
I don't even like South Park. That's the sad part. I don't like South Park, but I know of that character.
Yeah, didn't Charlie Kirk say he wanted the episode mocking him to be unbanned?
I think so, yeah, because he was a big fan of that episode.
Even though it was blatantly mocking him?
Well, it's satire. It's political satire.
And even after his passing, they try to get it removed, and it's like, no, he would want it to keep going.
Yeah, he'd want that episode to stay up.
And I guess it stayed up?
As far as I know, it's still up.
Because I'm pretty sure I can watch South Park on... It's either HBO Max or Paramount Plus, I don't know.
It's Paramount. Because South Park is owned by Paramount. Because it started on Comedy Central, which Viacom owns, so there you go.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Isn't CBS owned by Paramount?
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of the CBS sitcoms are on Paramount Plus, and it's like... my dad used to watch this shit. But anyways, back to zombies.
So these three guys find these kayaks. So they're like, okay, well, if we row across the lake, we can get right to the vet lab. And Token gets eaten by a hippo. And it's so... I had to... I was laughing so hard I had to stand up when it happened, because he gets launched like 100 feet in the air, and then just... You see the camera just fall down towards the open mouth of the zombie hippo, and then just cut to Randy and Toronto's reactions. It's like... And then cut to the shitty CGI hippo as it swallows the dude whole. It was so stupid. It was so retarded, but I was like, you tried. I'll give you credit for that. You did try.
Like that South Park meme where it's like, at least you tried.
Yeah. And the way they find out that their little synthesized cure. Once Randy and Toronto get back to the lab, by then Brooke and Giselle have already tried to synthesize their little cure. The way they find out it doesn't work in dart form or syringe form is because they shoot it into they oh god. So Giselle's big bright idea to test her cure out is to first inject an uninfected animal with her little zombie toxin, so that it turns into a zombie, and then inject it with her little homebrewed treatment, so it'll revert straight back. And they do this on a crocodile. This can't possibly go wrong in every conceivable fashion.
Like, what the fuck?
And Brooke almost gets herself killed trying to inject the crocodile with their little antivirus, and it swims off. But then they shoot a hippo with the antivirus as it's trying to eat Randy and Toronto, and it seems like it works for like 2 seconds before it just starts getting even more aggressive. Oh, can we talk about the goofy ass when so the crocodile does come back, because late in the movie it's like all the animals are converging on the vet lab. And the fucking crocodile crawls up through the sewer pipe and comes out and smashes through the toilet in the restroom.
It eats Giselle.
I mean, that's one missed opportunity for a holy shit joke.
But that would have been too obvious.
Crocodile in the toilet, or me after a trip to Burritoville in Cape Girardeau.
Me after eating $20 worth of soft tacos from Taco Bell. Yeah, I got soda at home. If I can spend the entire 20 on tacos, I'm gonna do it.
Am I the only one who thought it was hilarious that it was only biting her legs, but she was already spewing blood?
Because that's totally how it works.
Yes, you... Yes, you should be spitting blood when it's only when you're only getting bitten below your kneecaps. That's exactly how that works.
But normally that doesn't happen unless something in your torso is severed.
Yeah. Oh, and this is while there's a rescue chopper outside, because early in the movie they're trying to call for medical attention from a helicopter for like a medical rescue chopper. But it's supposed to take it like 6 hours to get there. 6 hours. I'm like, how far out is the chopper? How far out are they flying from? What are they flying all the way direct from fucking Madagascar? What the shit? Actually, Madagascar, a flight from Madagascar would probably take like 2 hours. I don't know. It's never specified which corner of Africa they're in.
Sorry, I hear Madagascar, and I just think of that weird trilogy of movies from my childhood.
I never watched those movies because they just looked stupid to me.
Did you know Disney ripped off Madagascar 2 years later with their movie The Wild?
Oh, I was not aware of that. That was a Madagascar ripoff.
Indeed, it was.
No wonder it bombed harder than Shega than. Fuck, what was that guy's name? Oh, I just had a joke. I just had a joke related to the last Nicolas Maduro's predecessor in Venezuela, and I forget what his name was.
It bombs harder than when I get a 25 kill streak in Call of Duty and drop a nuke.
What was it? Hugo Chavez. So it bombed harder. It bombed harder than we bombed Hugo Chavez's tomb when we arrested Maduro.
Right.
Which we didn't even have to destroy Chavez's tomb. We just did it. We just did it because fuck you, we're America. We'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Well,
I still can't believe we lost Toby Keith almost 2 years ago.
Well, the rescue chopper gets there, and almost immediately the pilot gets eaten. Because of course he does. So, once they realize that... Once they realize that the only way to really treat the animals is to put the quote unquote cure into their system and have the animals just actually bite them to consume part of their blood. Brooke gets the bright idea to just offer themselves to the animals after injecting themselves with the cure. Even though we literally just revealed that she is pregnant. And it's more than likely...
That's what I was getting at earlier, when I said they try to make you feel like you have to care again.
Hugo Chavo, that's right, Rob. Hugo Chavo. And it's more than likely Randy's kid. Well, more than likely, because who else is she boning around here?
This fucking movie, bro. But no, instead, what happens is Toronto
injects himself with all... They put this in all 3 syringes, and Toronto juices himself up with all 3 syringes. Just to offer himself... meanwhile, Damn Yankees, Don't Tread on Me plays. There you go, Rob. And while you're at it, do the Metallica Don't Tread on Me as well, from the Black Album.
Is that where the snake comes from?
Yeah, that's where the Don't Tread on Me snake, the snake comes from, the Don't Tread on Me flag.
Yeah, there were a couple people from high school. There were a couple people I know in high school who said that was racist, and I'm like, fucking how?
Because Facebook told them it was. That's how.
Remember when the Confederate flag was banned? Jesus.
Well, yeah, because Reddit told them it was evil.
Now I know I don't use Reddit.
Well, you shouldn't use Reddit anyway, because Google pays money to try to make Reddit the top search, to make Reddit results or Reddit threads the top results of every single Google search you put out. He says while we're live streaming on a Google platform.
Bum, 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 brr.
Yeah, well, you can subreddit these nuts.
Hey, do you ever hear? Hey, you ever meet Choke On? Choke on who? Choke on these nuts. Dude, that reminds me of a quote in 2.5 Men where Berta, the housekeeper, is talking to their mom, and it's like, and he asked if he can top. She asked, "Hey, can you top off my coffee?" And then the mother makes a bunch of sarcastic remarks about food and her weight, and it's like, I'm good. But while we're talking about dietary options, why don't you bite me?
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
I was about to say, don't tell me you didn't get the joke.
By the way, can we just talk about how utterly meaningless Toronto's self-sacrifice is at the end? Because there's nowhere near enough of him to offer to every single animal that is in that area, in that refuge.
He's gonna be picked clean faster than anyone in the Piranha remake.
Yeah, like every last ounce of flesh and muscle is gonna disappear off his bones faster than a set of rims at a Diddy concert.
I'm sorry, you'll have to repeat what?
I said every last trace of flesh and muscle from his body is going to be stripped off his bones faster than a set of rims at a Diddy concert.
My brain keeps shitting the bed. One more time.
Every last trace of flesh and muscle is going to be stripped off his bones faster than a set of rims at a Diddy concert.
And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you're not retarded at all? And if you close your eyes...
Hey, fuck you, sir. I heard that with a PS5 controller. Fuck off. I initiated the joke, but that's on me because I initiated that joke on Wednesday's stream. And that was a little late considering I had to go uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase.
Oh.
Isn't there like a reference to like the blonde, the main blonde from the first Zombies at the end?
Yeah, so Randy and Erica get up in the air. They get to the chopper! They get up in the air, they fly out of there, have an encounter with the zombified meerkats, and Only for one of them gets thrown up into the helicopter propellers. The other, Randy just beats to death against the the dashboard or whatever it's called of the helicopter. And then cut to sometime later, main chick from the first Zombies is going to be taking in all of Brooke's animals at her little zoo in Arizona, and it literally
go ahead.
And it literally ends seconds before the intern orientation of the first Zombies.
And don't they subtly reference the monkeys?
Yes, they do.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah. So literally, heartbeats after all the shit that went down in the first movie, just straight back into here we are. Ugh. You know, I can appreciate these movies for what they are, which is really stupid schlock. It's throw it on, let's have a beer and a laugh at how utterly retarded it is.
But sadly, this is not.
It's not the end. Because
there's at the same time called Dream of the Dead.
Yeah, a parallel qual, if you will, because its events occur parallel to the first movie. Aquarium of the Dead.
Surprised Ving Rhames isn't in it.
Right? Which we should cover that on our next bottom of the bed.
I'm down. I wasn't sure if you wanted to wait a bit and do something else beforehand, but yeah, if you want to do these back to back, get it out of the way. Actually, yes, I beg you, let's get these out of the way so we never have to acknowledge again.
Right. So yeah, we'll do Aquarium on bottom of the bed. This is an asylum movie, so you already know it's gonna be shot and lit like a TV movie. The acting is going to make the average soap opera look Oscar-worthy. And the visual effects are straight out of the CDI. So you pretty much know what you're in for. Even without our summary of the film's events, you know what you're in for. Schlock.
That is the asylum.
Yeah. Which we knew we were getting into that the moment we booted up this movie, because it said the asylum on it. Oh.
At some point we gotta look at Ape versus Monster.
Is that another asylum movie?
Yep, it's a rip-off of Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, that should not surprise me at all.
You seriously never heard of it, Tom?
I may have, but it's been a while.
And then there was Ape x Mecha Ape New World.
Eric Roberts is in this movie? Eric Roberts is in Ape vs. Monster?
Yeah, wasn't he also in Monster Island, which is another asylum ripoff? It came out coinciding that's looking Monster Island.
I'm looking. It wouldn't shock me. Oh my god. I know Eric Roberts is one of those guys who will pretty much do anything just so he can have a couple $100 till Tuesday. But my God. This guy was in 2 movies from 2024 called The Contract.
I feel like isn't he the guy who kind of like
He's in a bunch of low budget movies. He's in a bunch of Christian movies. He's in he was one of the main villains in the first Expendables. It was him and Batista from Dexter.
We're talking about Jeremy Irons, right?
No, we're talking about Eric Roberts.
Oh.
Not Jeremy. No, Jeremy Irons has standards. Eric Roberts will just be in anything.
I mean, wasn't Jeremy Irons in oh yeah, he was in Beekeeper.
Yeah.
I rewatched that last night. We should consider that for a future discussion.
I'm not sure if we should, just because I've already done a review of that movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the video I watched, and that's what made me rewatch Beekeeper.
Beekeeper 2 comes out next year. It's supposed to be out next January.
I guess we'll come back to this in a year.
Last night, my mom and I was telling Kason about this before the stream. Last night, my mom and I went to a double feature, and the second movie in the double feature was that new Statham movie, Shelter. So, Statham being the Stathamist Statham that has ever Stathamed. And
Say that 5 times fast.
And Bill Nighy being your shitbag victim, or not victim, shitbag villain. So that was nice.
Yeah, but I've only seen Return to Silent Hill.
Yeah, and the other one was Return to Silent Hill, which is better than its reviews. I can say that much. It is substantially better than its reviews.
It's a better, if it is a sequel, it's a better sequel. If it's a sequel, it's a better sequel than Revelations. But with this one, it's Welcome to Raccoon City all over again with how many people let me start that over. It's Welcome to Raccoon City all over again with how many people are bitching about it.
Yeah, versus it actually being kind of okay.
I'm pretty sure all these YouTubers are only saying it's bad just because it's the trend.
Well, Silent Hill also has a really shitty fan base because most Silent Hill fans haven't evolved beyond I like Pyramid Head and sexy nurses named me.
I'm sorry, but if you find a nurses in Silent Hill 2, even the most slightest erotic, you need to be put in a fucking list.
Like I said, Silent Hill fans have never evolved past Silent Hill 2. So they're measuring. It's the same syndrome as with James Bond games, where quote unquote fans will never let they just measure every game that comes out against GoldenEye, or Resident Evil fans constantly measure every game that comes out against RE2 and RE4. They should be measuring it against the RE1 remake, because that's peak Resident Evil.
And get ready for the face open again this September when the new Resident Evil reboot comes out.
Yeah, which we will most definitely have to talk about that one.
And hopefully it's some more coherent discussion out of me than with Welcome to Raccoon City.
Right.
Because back when that came out, we first talked about it, that was when my mental health was at its worst, and I could barely concentrate.
Alright.
Yeah, Chris did most of the talking in that one. And let's not forget about the almost hour-long discussion we did on the movie later.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, that's the one we did. That's the one I was talking about. We both did our individual reviews. And I still quote what you say at the beginning, where it's like, if you haven't seen my other reviews, first of all, you lazy cunts. It was either in that video or when we tried to unfuck Paul W.S. Anderson's Resident Evil.
Probably.
Which we should do a similar video, but for the Silent Hill movies. But that's just an idea.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Anyways. Final verdict on Zombies 2. More enjoyable when high. which the production team was definitely during the production.
Yes.
Just Jesus Christ.
Like I said before, it's goofy schlock. You'll probably get a kick out of it. Just understand that it's from the asylum.
So at the same time, prepare to be disappointed.
Yeah. Prepare to be entertained and disappointed at the same time.
As with any asylum film.
But I think that's going to do it for this stream tonight. I don't think we've figured out. We still haven't settled on a movie for our next movie discussion, have we?
Do you want to do Return to Silent Hill since it's new?
We can do that. I'm down for that.
Yeah, next Friday. I think I'll have to ask. Dad might be working that night, so I might not have to step away at any point, but we shall see. But either way, we could probably start earlier in the day like we have been doing, and I'll just step away for a second to let him in the freaking apartment. But I feel like we should do Welcome to Silent Hill while it's still in our heads.
You mean Return to Silent Hill?
What did I say?
You said Welcome to Silent Hill.
God damn it! Yes.
Return to, welcome to.
Yeah, it's definitely not a place you'll feel welcome.
Right.
It's as soon as I mean, I'm pissed off because turns out with the first Pyramid Head fight in the Silent Hill 2 remake, you don't have to fight him at all. You just have to survive for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like that in the original too?
I think so.
Hey, that's 15 handgun bullets I'll never get back.
Yeah.
And health I lost when I tried to hit him with the iron pipe. Don't expect the Silent Hill 2 remake playthrough anytime soon, folks. Just saying.
I probably will play the original at some point on the channel, but right now I'm still trying to decide which what my follow-up playthrough is going to be, which my birthday's coming up, so it's definitely going to be a Zelda, but I'm still trying to figure out which one I want to do.
Wait, is next Friday the 7th? Or is... Wait, are there 31 or 30 days in January?
There's 31. Next Friday is the 6th. So,
Damn.
so that's probably going to be my birthday stream is next Friday. Unless, no, I could do, like, I could make my reaction stream for next week be my, like, birthday stream.
Can I convince you to keep in the video that I sent on Wednesday by Pexto?
It's in my watch later folder.
Because some of the shit in that video, bro, I just need to get your take on.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Let's just say that, expect to see Onion Boy at some point.
Oh, happy day.
You know who I mean by Onion Boy, right?
Yes, I do.
We'll just call him Banana Boy. Because I feel like if we even say his name, he's going to try and copyright this stream.
Well, we're not showing his face or any of his footage, so...
Dude, he is still doing that shit. Like, he's trying to make a slow comeback, and it's like, dude, no one fucking wants you here. Hey guys, I'm gonna teach you something. How to groom yourself. That's literally one of Onision's videos. I don't know. I'm considering that an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
Then again, literally fuck anything that has to do with Onision. But anyway, before we get ahead of ourselves...
Yeah. So join us next week for our next movie discussion, where we will be discussing Return to Silent Hill. We hope to see you there.